Moxi is part of the brand when it comes to Moxi Present and CBX and that new integration, but the rest of Moxi is standalone that the Schmidts have provided to the agents. So the brand may very well decide that they want to partner with Moxi for more products like they have with Present, but we're just not sure what that looks like yet. They have said that Zap will be retiring at some point in 2021, and they are currently in beta testing with a Coldwell Banker in Texas for the replacement product, but they're not sharing what that really is with us or what that looks like. So we'll have more information for you guys as soon as we can. But the good news is we do have Moxi, and we have Moxi Engage as our wonderful client relationship management tool, our CRM. But it's more than that. It also really is meant to help you track your business. You put in your goal and it'll let you know exactly how many people you need to contact, who those people should be, and the activities that you can do in order to reach your goal. Also, one of the best things that we have here at the Schmidt family of companies are our amazing managers, our sales managers in our offices, and they can actually help you track to your goal. They're able to see the goal that you put in your Engage, and they themselves can have a goal for their office sales as well. And why that's important is because they're there to help you coach. They'll be able to help you track to your goals so that we can make sure that you reach your success that you want to reach by the end of the year. They can't see your client information. So unlike Zap and Moxi Engage, they can see how many people you have in your pipeline, but they can't see any names or contact information. All of that is meant just for you as the agent. So what we're seeing here is after we've logged in. So whether you're going direct to my.schmidtresources.com or if you're going to schmidtresources.com and clicking the login link, this is where you land after you log in. If you're an agent on the call and you're having trouble accessing the system, reach out to your ASC or your RSC and they'll make sure that you can get a password reset sent to you so that you can log in. So this is what it'll look like when you log in. We're specifically talking about our 2021 goals and how to enter them into the system. You may have a goal already for 2020 that you entered when we first launched Moxi at the beginning of the year. Or if not, that's okay too. We can go ahead and start fresh with 2021. So it's November now, believe it or not, it is November 2nd. So it is time to start thinking about what we want to do for 2021. The company will be doing some financial planning this month, and it's time for the agents to do planning for yourselves. A lot of you will have your managers reaching out to you to set up your business planning for 2021. And I think this is just a really great tool that will help you with that business planning. The best part is it's done for you. It tracks with your local MLS. So as you put things under contract, as you do closings, it all comes over to your Moxi Engage to track your goals for you. So it's super simple to set up. All you have to do is click right here in the upper menu bar that says Engage. And actually, because of the way the system is set up, it's going to pop right up for you. The next time that you log in, it's going to say, do you want to set your 2021 GCI forecast goal? The new year is coming, believe it or not. It will eventually be 2021. Goodbye, 2020. So you can do this here right now, right when you log in. If you want to wait for your manager meeting, if you're not quite sure what your goal might be, it's okay. You can always get back to it. If you set your goal and then you meet with your manager and you realize, you know what, I can do more, you can always go back in and update that goal. So you simply can either click set a goal or remind me later. If you click set a goal, this is going to take you in. It's going to show you what your goal was for 2020. And then it's going to let you set a new one for 2021. If you're thinking, just not real sure what the market's going to do, we're in the middle of a pandemic, we're not sure about the election, I'm just not real sure if 2021 is going to pan out more than 2020, you can use your 2020 value. You don't even have to type anything in. You click there and it's going to automatically carry that over. But if you're thinking, man, we have all these great tools from the brand and from the Schmidts, and my manager really has confidence in me and I have confidence in myself that I can do more, you can simply type in any number that you want to. And then all you gotta do is click save. It also has this remind me later. So if you get in there and you're like, just not sure, you can always click remind me later and you can get back in, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But then there's this great, what's a GCI forecast goal? So maybe you're not quite certain. If you click that, it's going to tell you right here. It's how much total commission you want to make in 2021. So that's what your goal is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and click Remind Me Later so I can show you how to get back into this setting. I'm going to switch over to agent mode. That was actually the manager's portion. So any managers on the call, that's what it's going to look like for you as the manager. So now I'm in my agent dashboard. The system's telling me, good morning. I want to stay in flow. 5 people to reach out today. The system does it for you. As soon as you get your contacts in, it's going to show you those 5 people that you can reach out today to keep marketing to your sphere of influence, to stay in front of those people. So again, it's a really good system. If you've not logged in, please do so. If you click on goals up here in this menu bar right here, oh yes, I'm not an agent, so it's going to tell me that I need an MLS ID. It can't track my goals because I don't have an agent ID. So if you guys as agents get this message, again, reach out to your ASC or your RSC and they'll help you get your MLS ID in there. This is what it would look like though. It's going to tell you what percentage to your goal you're tracking, what that dollar amount looks like, and then it's going to go through all of your closed transactions. It's going to give you your average time to close, your average size, your close rate. It's going to have all of this data automatically come over from your MLS. So again, set your goal and then you just can go in and see how you're tracking, and you don't have to put in any further data than that. So let me go ahead and come over here. So I've set my goal and then I realized I can do more. I want to up my goal. I want to really push myself in 2021 to have the best year ever. In this little cog right over here in the upper right, it's the little button right here. If you click that button, you can go right here to where it says GCI goal. It takes you right back to that screen that came up when it first prompted me when I first logged into Engage. Again, you can come here to set your 2021 goal. Or if you want to update your 2020 goal, because we're not quite through the year yet, we've got 2 more months, you can do that here. So again, you can just click done and it's going to update your goal. And again, that's found in the upper right corner here, this little cog, GCI goal. And then it's going to allow you to set that goal for 2021. So again, like we mentioned, the managers are able to help you track to your goal. They have a goal for their office. They can see your individual goal. Keep in mind, they can't see your sphere of influence. They can't see your contacts, just how many people you have in marketing, how many people you have in prospects, how many people you have in actives, and then pendings. And of course, once it closes in the MLS, it'll update your goal and track you through the end of the year to have you hit that goal. Now, as you can see, that's not quite loading for me. So I do see one comment in the chat box. So let me pull that open. The question from Tom. Hi, Tom. Hope all is well in Florida. The question is there a way to add new build info into the totals that are not in the MLS? That's a great question. There is a manual way to add the data to your Engage. So if you are transacting and it's not coming through from the MLS, there is a manual add to that. I can pull down the how-to link. I know I have it in my email. I don't have it readily available, Tom, but I will get that over to you. And then we will make sure that we do a training in the very near future on how to do that. But that absolutely is possible because we do realize sometimes that you have created sales, new builds, whatever it might be that aren't being tracked in the MLS. So that is a great question. And Tina has the same point. So I will absolutely get that. There's a great how-to on the Moxi support page. And I will get that out to everybody so that you can start adding those manual properties. So great question there. I'm still not loading here. I'm not quite certain which office it's trying to load, but the point is that your managers will be able to help you to your goal. But you do have to log into Engage and set the goal or it will not show up on your manager's dashboard. So it's a really good process to go through together with your manager when you're doing your 2021 goal setting. You know, you do it every year anyway. Now we have an amazing tool that will help you track that. And again, when you go in as your agent mode, it tells you exactly who you can contact that day. So a lot of times you don't want to call first thing in the morning. People are busy, they're working. You haven't had your coffee yet. So whatever works for you in your business, maybe you sit down every day at 4 o'clock and you're like, okay, here's my 5 people. I'm going to make 5 phone calls. Or here's my 5 people. I'm going to make 3 phone calls and send 2 texts because you know that's how that person wants to communicate. So it's a really good feature. It gives you the information that you need and it keeps you in front of your sphere of influence, which is super important as we know. So I have a few more chats here, so let me take a look. Ginny asks if Moxi tracks sales from multiple MLS systems. And the answer is yes. So when you're in your agent account, up here in the upper right, when you go to My Account, and that's a great question. When you click on the little three dots and Manage MLS Associations, obviously I'm not one, so let me toggle that on. You can add multiple MLSs from right here. So if you already have one on, it'll let you add another one. As long as you are an active member of that MLS, you just choose whichever MLS it is, put in your MLS ID and click Validate. And again, your ASC or RSC can help you with this if you need help. And you can add the MLS. Any data in those multiple MLSs will come over. You do have a primary MLS, but anything that you're closing and transacting in that MLS will populate your goals. So great question. Kathy asks, in Florida Stellar MLS, you can add sold data into the MLS for new construction sold and for sale by owners sold. So some MLSs will let you put that in there, but if they don't, and that's a good point, Kathy, thank you for pointing that out. If they don't let you put it in the MLS, there is a manual process to add that to Engage, and I will get that out to everybody. Carrie asked about suggestions for tracking co-listed listings. If you're in the MLS as a co-lister, that data should be coming over. Now, we have had to go through some remapping issues with some of the MLSs. So Carrie, if you can send me your MLS sheet showing you as a co-lister, we can work with Moxi to make sure that the back-end technical mumbo jumbo is mapped correctly so that that data comes over. So great point there. Great. Well, I'm going to cover again. If you have any questions, keep them coming in the chat, unmute yourselves, whatever it might be, but we'll just kind of go over this again quickly. So again, 2021, right? It's going to be our year. So we want to set our goals so that we can track our success. So we're going to do that right here in Engage. If we click on Engage, the first time that you log in, it's going to prompt you. Do you want to set your goal? Again, you don't have to do it right away. Oh, now the dashboard loads. You don't have to do it right away. You can always say, remind me later, or go into your settings. So again, I'm in manager mode here, but it's going to be the exact same thing for the agents. Once you click on Engage, it's going to prompt you. Do you want to set your goal? If you say, nope, I want to do it later, and you set that meeting with your manager, you're good to go to set your 2021 goals with them. You can pop right back into Engage, click on the cog in the upper right corner. And I have to go back to manager mode again because I don't have an MLS ID in here, so it's not going to let me do it. We're going to go to, hopefully something that'll allow me to show you that one more time. And it's not currently letting me do that. There it goes. So right here, again, the cog in the upper right. And then obviously I'm in as the office, but you can go in as the agent, and you can do a custom if you want as an office manager, or if you want to go in as the agent, it's going to let you right here from that cog change your goals. So you don't have to do it when it prompts you. If you're doing it later on at a later date with your manager, that's where you can get back to there. That option right here from the cog. Again, it looks a little different on my screen just because I am in as the manager mode and not the agent mode. So I will check for questions one more time and see if any more came through. And I don't see any more questions. So I really highly encourage you to get in there, set that meeting with your manager, set your goal. You know, it's not set in stone. You can always go back and update it to whatever you want. So maybe the next time you log in, you just set it for the same as 2020, and then you can always go back through later and update that. And I will get the data out on how to add those non-MLS information so that you can stay true to your goal and track all of your transactions and not just those coming from the MLS.
Hey, Carrie.
Yes.
This is Ginger. So the managers can see each of the agents' goals as they set them?
Correct. The manager is able to go in and see the goals for their agents. Kind of like what you're seeing on the screen here. But what they cannot do is see the clients or the contacts or anything else in the agent's Moxi Engage. They won't be able to see this data. They'll just be able to see where the agent is tracking to their goal. Because the managers can set an office goal too. It's a team effort, right? So the manager can set the office goal. And if you're a manager on the call, you can do both. If you're a selling manager, you can do it from one platform. You can set your agent goal and your office goal all from one login. You don't have to worry about having a secondary login. Great question though, Ginger. Any other questions? Great. Well, yeah, good point, Kelly. You can go in and play with it. You can't break it. So go in there, set some goals. Know you can always go back and update them if you want to. And don't hesitate to reach out to myself or your ASCs, RSCs for questions after the fact. I hope everyone has a great week. Thanks, everyone. Bye now.